Hello everyone, we are beginning a press conference with the head coach of Real Madrid, Mr. Pablo Laso. Please, coach, your first comments about the team.
Well, I think we played two different games. One for the fans on the first half, everybody making shots, everybody penetrating, too easy for both teams. Probably neither of the coaches were happy. But the game was very fun. 54-48. But if we wanted to win, we needed to increase our level of defense. I think we did it on the second half. We made them to commit errors, and then we regained the rhythm of the game. I think that we found solutions on offense, but it was key our defense to come back to the game on a difficult situation. Happy for the victory, knowing that Zalgiris is playing very good, very solid, and we knew how difficult was going to be to win here.
What?
No, go on.
Walter Tavares had a great game. So, what did you emphasize
Yes.
today?
Yes, we knew that Eddie is very important for us. I think he could only play 21 minutes, but he was very dominant, close to the rim on his rolls after pick and roll, his offensive boards. So I think he played very solid, but I think we was also key the rest of the guys defending. I think Eddie did a great job, but I like to emphasize the effort of the rest of the team defensively on the second half.
How did you hold back Thomas Scoresa in the second half, and how important was it to reach the win?
Well, like I said, I think World Cup was one of the guys that we were playing really easy on the first half. He was managing the game, he was controlling, playing pick and roll, he was heading shots. So I think in the second half we were able to do better defenses on him, on the rest of the team. We didn't let them get open jumpers. And I think it was key that we stopped and our defense grew up during the game.
Talking about this new Zalgiris team under the coach Schiller, probably it was not so usual, to play such fun games against Zalgiris. Can you compare these two offensive philosophies and main differences you notice, from the tactical standpoint?
Well, I think, of course, they changed some things. Normal, when you change a coach, it's different philosophy for sure. I think there is some players that are stepping up, like Grigonis for sure. Milagnis keep doing his job. He's very dangerous on the three-point area. Big guys are mobile. And like, for example, the last game, Lekavicius was key at the end with 6 or 7 points at the end. So they still have that danger of being aggressive on the pick and roll. Probably less inside game, but more open and hard for the other teams to match up. When you change coach, change philosophies for sure, but Zalgiris keep a lot of good things that they've been doing for years.
Coach, you mentioned that Tavares could only play 21 minutes. Can you explain why?
Well, he was in foul trouble, and we knew that the game was going to be long, and we tried to protect him with 2 fouls on the first half. Then he got his 3rd foul. We protect him, and then I think it was a moment where defensively Randolph and Tompkins step up defensively and offensively. So it was not the moment to bring him back to the game. They were also attacking Tavares, trying to open the floor up. So I think it was very good that he only played 21 minutes, let's say. Maybe I didn't explain it right. He only played 21 minutes, but I think he was very determined. And sometimes not because you play more minutes, you're going to play better.
Coach, Real legend Felipes stepped on the court first time this season in EuroLeague. How is his health? Maybe he was ready to play earlier or no?
Yeah, well, Felipe has been with physical problems. He got a problem on his ankle a couple of weeks ago, and for sure he needs time to get rhythm. I don't think he made the effort to play the game, so I'm very happy for this. But it was his first minutes in EuroLeague. We always expect that Felipe is going to go better during the year.
Coach, how was it important to have Facundo Campazzo on the court because he played every second of the second half?
Yeah. Well, I think Faku, his numbers today are very good because he was able to hit shots, but for me, he was key defensively because he was very aggressive on the ball. He was playing solid defense, much better defense on the second half than on the first half. And he was good because he was making also right decisions. When a point guard gets 10 assists, it's not only about guys making shots, it's about creating those shots. Probably because I was a point guard, I think better about this. But I think Faku played a great game because he was able to look for the best option offensively and did a great job defensively on the second half.
Coach, last question about unusual things. How unusual it was for you to come to Zalgirio Arena after so many packed games here and to play in empty seats. And for teams like Real Madrid, does it help, without that pressure from the stands? Or Real players also seeking for that special motivation?
Well, I hate to play like this first. I hate to play without fans. I think every time that we play here, we have a great atmosphere. We have won games, we have lost games, but it's not only the result, it's the atmosphere of the game. I think it's a shame that we cannot play with public. And I think also teams a lot of times suffer this situation because, I don't know, fans here, they push the team for sure. And we know how good are the fans here in Kaunas, how they help their team. But, well, Kaunas is going to play away and probably without public also. So I think it's a strange situation that we've got to live with. But like I said at the beginning of my answer, I hate to play without public. I think public is part of the sport, very important. And the atmosphere here is always great, and for me it's a shame that we cannot have people on the gyms because this situation that it's hurting everyone.
For a very unusual question, in your point of view, what other steps Real needs to do in order to go back to top of EuroLeague table as usual, in terms of improving your performance?
Well, we only played. How many games? 8? 7. We only played 7 games. So season just started. We didn't even play 1/3 of the season. We have new players, new roles, and a team needs to grow up during the season. That's for sure. That's my philosophy, and I'm 100% with this philosophy. I think that we showed today how good we can play, also how bad we can play, and we need to get consistency during 40 minutes if we want to be a top team in EuroLeague. Real Madrid is not a top team at the beginning of the year because anyone says Real Madrid is going to be very good. No, you got to show it on the court. Everyone thought Zalgiris was going to suffer on EuroLeague. They were 5-1. You're playing and you're matching up the best teams in Europe, and if you don't play good, you're not going to win. So Zalgiris is a great example of how their work is lighting because they're in a good situation on the classification. For us, also the same. We need to grow up knowing that every game is going to be difficult, and I think today was a good example of how do we have to improve if we want to win games.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Pleasure.
And now Zalgiris head coach Martin Schiller with his statement about the game.
So first of all, congratulations to Real Madrid on the win. That's the first thing. We got a defensive grip on the game in the second quarter, and I felt also in the third quarter. We played good defense in the third quarter. The opponent scored 10 points, though, off offensive rebounds. We couldn't close the possessions. That was hurting us a lot. Still, I thought we took the lead. And we took it, with our defense. What obviously changed the game a little bit, what changed the rhythm of the game a little bit 5 minutes to go was Tompkins at the 5 with the pick and pops. That changed the rhythm a little bit. And then I thought in the end it was a tight game, and it came down to making a play here and making a play there, and they came out, making 1 or 2 plays more.
Now, Coach, we have questions from the fans who watched the game at home. So the first one is, why was it so hard to hold Tavares in the fourth quarter?
He's a very, very good pick and roll player. He's such a long target, which doesn't make it easy. Let's put it like this. We lost him a couple times down the stretch on the rolls, definitely, and those baskets were too easy, and that hurt us a lot.
Another question, not really related to the game, but what is the situation with Patrice Sergarino?
He's out for quite a while. We still can't, give an exact date, but for quite a while he'll be out. He got operated on again, and it will take a while. Not again, but like last time we talked, he got operated, and it will take a while.
And another off-the-game question: do you follow Thomas Scoresa play in Spain?
Yes, absolutely. He made 5 threes, I think, last game in Eurocup, so we're watching him. He's our player. He's loaned out. He's still our player, so obviously we've got our eyes on him.
Okay, now questions from the media here.
Thomas, what was a big factor in the first half. How did Real manage to stop him in the second half, in your opinion?
Focusing on it, it's always you go to halftime and you look at the scout, you talk to the coaches, you think about matchups, and you put a special emphasis on it, and I think that's what it was, an extra focus on guarding him.
Coach, why Zalgiris defense in the first quarter was so unsuccessful, and contrary on the second, it held Real for 5 or so minutes without points?
Yeah. For me, the biggest thing was in the first quarter that they were passing the ball very well to the big, and then from the big to the outside. That's what hurt us a lot in the first quarter. We controlled it better in the second, and then found a defensive rhythm.
Coach, 93 points from Real Madrid, 94 points by Valencia, also 50-point first half of Asvel team. Are these concerning numbers for you, and what defensive tendencies are concerning you the most?
First of all, yes, of course. That's the answer for the first question. We don't want to receive that many points. That's the one thing. The biggest thing probably is keeping guards out of the middle, keeping players out of the middle. That's probably the thing that we want to improve the most, and I think that's what it comes down to.
Coach, Augustin Rubit had a nice game, but he did not play the last 8 minutes of the game. Can you explain why?
Thought he had a really, really good game, and not only this game. I think he's really found a very, very good rhythm. You know, for us it was a little bit the size topic with Tavares, and we felt we were scoring the basketball, which we did. You know, scored 90 points, and we just kept Joffrey out there because of the size with Tavares. You know, that was the main reason.
Did Joffrey did well enough on defense in the last minutes of the game?
I think so, yes.
That's it. Okay, so thank you, coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.